where am I going? What is my reason for being? Where is wife number 4 going to come from?
No,
Where's the...
no,
no, no,
no.
really? It's a blank slate on the horizon, basically. That's what you're saying. There is stuff going on, and there is a where am I going? What is my reason for being? Where is wife number 4 going to come from?
No,
Where's the... no,
no,
really?
No.
Nerdy says freedom for Brojo, and I say
If anything, we're gonna get that bedroom ready for some fun, baby.
I don't think you can handle the freedom. You can't handle freedom.
It's been like I've been like free for the last 7 years anyway, pretty much.
Yes, exactly. While being chained but free.
But it's just kind of yeah.
See, there's an interesting bit of where are we going? What's going to happen in the future? And you can put it at the individual level, or you can even put it at the geopolitical level, if you wish.
Oh, is this a little transition? Do I sense a transition?
Well, I was just thinking about this earlier today, and I'm thinking I might do a little live at some point on my Monday Media channel, just going through very quickly the way the world has changed, or is in the fucking process of changing right now, and it is massive. And I was just starting to go through it. So we can start up at the top with Russia. The bear's basically woken up. It's building itself its military economy exactly like the United States did, multipolarity and all that. You then look at the other side, you've got the USA and Trump. You've got a big move away from the DEI and away from the open border stuff and to other stuff. Okay, but that's what we always talk about.
1 second to what you just said. Was it Spirit Airlines? I don't know. The one that was going down the tubes anyway. But they have just now gotten rid of their DEI program. So another one bites the dust.
Spirit was the airline industry operation that did all of the stuff for Boeing. And it was all their fault why Boeing shit was all falling out of the sky. Anyway, so we got Russia, we've got USA, you've got Iran confronting Israel. There's been a load of assassinations there. They're looking at the nuclear stuff. You've got Georgia since 2008 with the NATO stuff, and then their attempt to have a war with Russia, thinking that the whole of NATO would back them up. It backfired after 3 days. And now you've got Georgia with Georgia Dream being the democratically elected party that's in there, and their president calling.
Yeah. Georgia. Oh, sorry.
Their president has now called for mass riots and protests and is refusing to stand down on the 14th of December. You've got Ukraine, again, 2008 with the NATO stuff, 2014 with the Maidan, which is exactly what Georgia's trying to do, and now, because of all the NATO stuff with Russia, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you've got that sort of area of the world there. You've got USA in North America. You've got Argentina with Milei, who has made a massive change down there, totally changing things around. You've got Venezuela with Maduro, where everybody is going against him and going, no, it's an illegal stuff. Mm-hmm. There's question marks about Canada. There are real big questions that Trudeau is about to be off. Okay, so that's North America, South America. There's a lot of other stuff going on.
Trudeau, is he leaving?
There's a lot of rumors that it won't be long away. There's a load of rumors.
Well, because isn't there election 2025?
Exactly. exactly.
So okay, yeah. So yeah, all right.
So
I thought maybe you're
I
saying
think there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people predicting anyway,
okay. I see
particularly with
Heretic.
Trump.
Heretic's got a whole list. I see it.
I've got
He's
a whole
reading a
fucking
whole.
list. I've got a whole fucking list. I put them all down. So you
Oh,
had
is
the
it?
UK. You had the UK in 2016. You had Brexit. UK
South Korea.
leaving the EU, basically going, fuck off. We don't want to be part of that. We want to be independent. But now lurched to the communist fucking left after pretty much irrelevant set of centrists attempting to implement Brexit really, really badly. You got the EU, which is a communist Stasi area in full, but the EU being the EU Commission fucking doing it. You've got South Korea. South Korea, it's gone far left, but it's got a fucking a right-wing president still in place. Now, the president really doesn't have that much power, but he was able to call for for martial law. So he did. He's basically lost his whole thing. But a lot of his argument was that the whole of this far left lot, they want to connect in and reconnect with North Korea. It's like, what the fuck's going on? You've got France, Barnier, you've got the far left and the far right are both two ends of a spectrum. And Macron called this election and then fucking didn't get rid of himself when he ended up at the head of a non-government, and he brought in Michel Barnier, who has just received a vote of no confidence, and they're going to be going back to try and work out how do we have a fucking government here. You got Slovakia. Slovakia's gone pro-Russian in their last election and pro-right-wing. You've got Holland gone pro-right-wing and anti-immigration with Geert Wilders. You've got Germany. They have just had to call an election because Olaf Scholz and his traffic light contingent have all fallen apart. So they're going to get kicked out, and you've got the rise of the AfD, far right or right-wing stroke. Some of them are very far right. You've got Hungary within the EU, completely against the EU, pro-Russia, but mainly pro-Hungary. You've got Serbia, totally pro-Russia, trying to be friends with them, but surrounded by a bunch of Europeans that are all EU, pro-EU stuff. And you've got Bosnia-Herzegovina, where there is a right load of shit just happening right now. Okay, so that's the sort of European area. Just over the other way, you've got Israel, you've got Palestine, you've got Syria going on, you've got Turkey, you've got Lebanon. All of this shit is all happening right now. The world is fucking falling apart.
But Heretic.
Yeah.
There's been shit going on in the world always for a long time.
Not like this, because the main focus of all of this is because of anti-United States, anti-UK, anti-EU, anti-G7, anti-the West stuff. The West is trying to push themselves onto places, and these places are going fuck right off. And that's where the BRICS come in. So you got Saudi Arabia, you've got the UAE, you've got China and Taiwan. You've got the Solomon Islands, which has signed up to a connection with China to do with military, which is right next to fucking Australia. And so they really don't like it. And then you've got Africa. China and Russia are really going into Africa, have been doing for a long time, helping each African country. No.
In some ways, I can't blame him.
And all of it is anti-UK, anti-US, anti-France. And it's like anti-colonialism. It is. Exactly.
I mean, it's
and
really
that's
disgusting.
what all of this is.
Going on in Ukraine is really disgusting.
So where are we going is a very particular question at a geopolitical level, because everything's fucking changing. And
you know how
the latest thing that I heard, there is a brand new flu-like virus in the Congo where dozens, maybe hundreds of people have died already. Be prepared for new impositions by our governments around COVID or Ebola type status.
Well, here's
Be
here's
ready.
another issue though. Well, here's the other issue. The other issue is that so many countries now have the tech, have good tech. It doesn't even take a nuclear bomb anymore. You know, they could just send armies of drones. They're sending them over in they're sending drones over in the Ukraine attacking buses.
Do you know what the best army of drones would be? Underwater drones that
But I'm just saying
walk
warfare, the face
along.
of
Hang on.
warfare.
Yeah,
The face
yeah.
of the war
I,
has
no,
changed.
I'm
Face of
telling you,
warfare.
I'm telling you, the best next bit of warfare is underwater little drones, a bit like little tanks, not submarines. They just trundle along the bottom of the sea, and they snap all of the fucking cables they come up against.
Right.
They rip them apart.
So what my point is that since
It's like,
we know that everybody has this tech, I mean, it should give us a reason to want to get along more, right? Since
and
everybody can
everybody's just,
destroy anyone else.
and guess what? The West is losing its power at the top of the table, and that's why there's all of this shit going on, all of it, and it's being pushed. It's often been pushed from a neocon and a neo-lib bit. It's mostly being pushed by the far left now. And then there are other aspects of the far left that are going, open borders. There are no borders. We're all together in exactly what you just said. No self-protection. It's a dangerous place to be.